Welcome. My name is Justin Moore, and I will be your guide today as we navigate through some of the basic tips and tricks the Smart Notebook has to offer. Throughout this tutorial, I will be using the Smart Notebook pen, my finger, the keyboard, and the mouse, and I'll tell you what I'm doing along the way. So let's get started. So to the left of the Smart Notebook word is a gray space. I'm just going to use my finger to slide from right to left. Okay, so now we're at the next slide. There's a lot of stuff going on here, so I will start in the top left-hand corner and work my way through it, and I'll tell you what I'm doing along the way. So in the top left, it says, please drag the icon to the right with your finger. So I'm just going to put my finger on the icon and drag over. Now it says, please drag the magnifying glass over the poem to reveal the hidden words. Now this is a poem that I came up with just for as an exercise purpose. Please don't read too much into it as far as like meter and rhyme pattern. So here we go. The poem says, thanks for coming, now you'll see what the port room has to offer thee. Collaboration, innovation, exploration, applications. It's easy to use, I'll provide the proof, just follow my lead and you won't be deceived. The box to your right is for your delight. Just pick up a pen and fill your name in. So I'm going to pause for a moment and pick up the Smart Notebook pen. And as I pick it up, on the right-hand side, the Smart Notebook pen icon appears. Now here you can do several different things. If you just select it, you can change the color of the pen as well as the width of the ink that you're going to use. So here I'm going to select green. I'm going to select the width all the way to the right for the thickest ink available. And I'm just going to write my name. So Justin. And now I'm just going to put the pen back down. Okay, and now I'm going to finish the poem. So wasn't that fun? This is smart technology. Now let's convert what you have spun into a text that is easy to read. I'll show you this part, so please take a seat. But don't look so faint of heart. You will soon be back on your feet. Okay, so I used this slide before in a presentation just to get people to come up to the Smart Notebook and interact and just kind of relax and see what the Smart Notebook can do for them. So to begin with, right now I'm going to change my name into a text. In order for me to do that, I'm just going to take my finger, select the center of my name, and a box will appear. Now, in the top right-hand corner of the box is an arrow. If you select the arrow with the pen, and for all executive functions such as changing your name to text or really anything of importance, you need to use the pen. That way, Smart Notebook will recognize that what you want to happen will happen, and you're not just dragging your finger across the board and accidentally doing something. So if I select the drop-down arrow with the pen, and it recognizes my name as Justin, I'm just going to select it, and as you can see, my name is now text. Alright, so let me move over to the magnifying glass. I'm going to move the magnifying glass with the mouse, and just drag it over here. Now, there are two images in this magnifying glass. You have the circle, and then you have the magnifying glass itself. So, in order to create this, Smart Notebook offers many pictures that you can use in any of your presentations or just for fun. So if you select the picture frame icon all the way to the left, you'll see there in the right above it where it says circle, there right above the My Content, Gallery Essentials, Lesson Activity, there's a white space for you to type in. Right now it says circle. I'm just going to change that to magnifying glass. I use the keyboard to type this in, and as you can see, 3 pictures of a magnifying glass populated below. I'm just going to double click on the bottom one, and now I have magnifying glass. I'm going to go back to the picture frame, erase magnifying glass, and put circle. All these images populate, and in the bottom left is the image that I want, which is a red filled in circle. I'm going to double click it. It's going to populate on the screen, and now I'm just going to use the mouse to drag it right into the blank space of the magnifying glass. Okay, so now you have 2 separate images, but I want to make them as one. That way I can move them around more easily. I'm just going to select outside of the image, highlight the 2 images, and you will see that Smart Notebook has captured both images in two different boxes. To change that, all you need to do is select the drop down arrow and scroll down until you see group and then select group. Now Smart Notebook is recognizing this as one image and I can move the image around wherever I want. But just on the safe side, I'm going to lock the image so that no matter what, wherever I move, the image will stay together. I don't have to worry about it coming apart for whatever reason. So I scroll down to see lock, and I'm going to select allow move. You have all these different options. You can allow it so the magnifying glass will only move vertically or horizontally or will rotate. But for me, I just want to lock it so I can move it anywhere. And now, oops, I just got to make sure I actually select it. Allow move, and there you go. You can see right to the right of the image is a padlock, and that's just letting you know that the image is locked. Now I can just move it anywhere. Now you may be wondering, how did I hide some of the words in the poem? And that's really simple. I'm just going to select my name, select the drop down arrow and hit properties, and to the left hand side you'll see a lot of stuff populated, and what is highlighted is called text style, and you just pick the color that you want. So I'm going to scroll over, and now you can see that my name has changed. And if I move my name below where the background, on top of the background, it's hidden. And now all I do is take the magnifying glass, and there's my name. So that's basically everything that's going on here on this slide. Now I'm going to take my finger and put it in the gray area and slide from right to left and move to the next slide. Okay, so here you have a math equation, which is complex, or at least I think so. So I want to erase it, and there's three different ways in which you can erase. You can pick up the Smart Notebook pen. I'm just going to zoom in, and the way I do this is take both of my index fingers, put it on two different spots close together on the screen, and then drag apart. Okay, so I'm going to pick up the Smart Notebook pen, and on the back end of it there is an eraser. And you can erase everything, but as you can see by that bubble on the screen, it would take a while for me to erase everything. So instead, if I want to, I can take the palm of my hand, put it on the screen, and now you can see that a much larger bubble has appeared. I just drag my hand over the images, or over the words, or over the numbers that I want to erase. Now that will speed up your erasing process, but the fastest way if you have a lot of stuff you want to delete is to draw a circle around the text with the eraser, and then take the same eraser and poke a dot in the center of the circle. So I'm going to pick up the Smart Notebook pen and just draw a circle with a dot, just so I can clarify what's going on here. So you would draw a circle and then put a dot in the middle, and that's it. So I did that with the ink portion. Now I'm just going to use the eraser around the same image. Draw a circle, dot. Now it's gone. Come over here and do the same thing with the text. And there you go. So that's just different ways in which you can erase. So now I'm just going to quickly show you how to save, export. So I want you to save, export, and share what you have. So I export two different ways. I use PDF, and I use what is compatible with Smart Notebook. So I go up to the left-hand side where it says File, and then Export As. And you can see you're given these different options. So what you want to do, say you're working on a computer, and at the end of the day, they wipe it clean, but you want to save what you've worked on so you can come back and work on it later. Or say you want to work on Smart Notebook, and then you want to take it somewhere else and work on another Smart Notebook. You want to be able to take what you have. You can email it to yourself, or you can put it on a USB drive. I use a USB drive, and I also email it to myself just as a safety measure. So yeah, I would recommend saving in PowerPoint and an optimized Smart Notebook file just to be safe. Okay, so really, I just want to take this time right now to say thank you guys for watching this video. and just looking at some of the basic functions that Smart Notebook has to offer you. So please stop by Port and interact with the Smart Notebook. Thank you.